Who's inside a cage right now? What do we know about vampires? How do we kill it?
Crucifixes.
Hi, my name is Andrea Martinez, and here we are with the cast of Abigail. I have some very interesting questions about all the dancing theme over there. I don't know if you know this, but this is a ballerina vampire movie. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like it before. I saw it already. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but you must watch this movie. Hi, Alisha, Melissa, how are you? I'm so honored to be here with you. Oh my God. So I'm going to go straight to the questions. How do you feel today? How are you?
Good.
Thank you. Are you excited? This is your first movie?
Not my first movie, but first horror movie.
First horror movie. And have you been a ballerina before? Did you take any like training, dance lessons?
I had never gone on point, but I had done different genres of dance like commercial and jazz and lyrical. But I'd never done ballet and I'd never gone on point. So we had lots of rehearsals for that and lots of training for the opening scene.
And how did you prepare yourself for the ballet? Was it like more on the feet, more on the stretching? What was the hardest part for the ballet itself?
I think the hardest part was obviously ballerinas have so much strength in their legs and in their arms and in their back muscles as well. So Belinda, the choreographer, gave me loads of stretches and I'd done them every morning and every night, preparing for the opening scene because also I had to prepare my feet for the point shoes because, that takes quite a few years. And we've done it in a few months. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. Look at you. Such a professional vampire ballerina dancer. I love that. And we've seen you in many horror movies before, but are you a dancer? What can you tell us about your dance skills?
I can dance. I don't consider myself a dancer. I think I can pick up choreography. I've had to dance in a few of the movies that I've done.
Yeah.
And in the Heights, I had to do salsa and like Latin styles. And in Carmen, I did a little bit of contemporary and ballet, things, because Benjamin the choreographer was ballet. But it's nice to like not be the one that has to do the dancing and just to be able to watch Alisha kill it.
And what do you say would be your favorite style of dance then?
I really love lyrical contemporary.
Wow.
I think it's beautiful because it's so expressive.
Correct.
The way that the body movements are, and I also like it because it can be very pedestrian. So you can have people that maybe are not the best dancers still look good in a choreography in contemporary.
Yeah, very emotional.
Yeah.
And which one's your favorite dance?
My favorite is jazz. I like jazz. Obviously I didn't do point and ballet before. I did really like that. But I like jazz and commercial. They're probably my favorites.
I feel like ballet and jazz are somehow like elegant and very classy. How did you manage that to be classy, elegant, but also scary for a vampire? Like, how do you manage to make classy, like elegant moves scary at the same time? How was that for you? How did you balance that out?
It was kind of like two different, so at the start of the movie, Abigail's very elegant and, very calm and graceful. And then when she turns into a vampire, she still has the dance and she still is doing it like she could do it in her sleep, but it's more aggressive and it's more like, fear, she's coming to get you and she still is doing it in a graceful format, but she's more angry and she's more fierce about it.
Can you get scary like you as Alisha, not Abigail? Is there a point where you can actually get to be a little bit scary?
Maybe.
Can she get to be scary at some point?
I mean, not that I see.
And now tell me, Melissa, what was your favorite scene to film and why?
I think one of my favorite scenes to film was probably, I don't want to spoil it though. It's one of the scenes that would be a spoiler.
Oh, then no.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but
more towards the beginning, more towards
the end, more towards
Okay.
the third act. But there's a lot of action.
Action.
There's a lot of action in it. So that
Okay,
was
so
fun.
who are you doing that scene with? Is it with Alisha?
Yeah, with Alisha.
Okay,
Yeah,
and which
that
one was
fun.
your favorite? You think you're going to have to give us the spoilers too, or is there something that you can kind of share of your favorite?
I liked all the scenes with the cast, and I really liked the scenes with the stunts in them, and especially the opening scene because we'd been rehearsing for it for so long. And I liked the scene where, I don't think this is a spoiler, where I was breaking free from the cage, and a little bit before that, the monologue. I liked that bit as well. They were probably my favorites.
That's amazing. Well, I know you're Mexican. I love that. As myself, as a Mexican Latina woman, I have to ask, what do you hope for other Latina women in the community to learn from you? Like, I see you, I feel so inspired, like my Mexican is right there killing it. What would you like to say or inspire other Latin women that will want to become an actress or want to start this journey as well?
I think that is exactly it. Like, I just hope that what I'm doing is inspiring others to also pursue their dreams, for them to see me doing this and think, oh, if she was able to do it, that means that I can do it too. Because I know that when I was growing up, I would see someone like Salma Hayek, that's also a Mexican, and I would think, oh wow, like she did it. She went from doing telenovelas to acting in movies in the United States, and that means that I can do that too. Exactly. So that, I think, is the biggest thing that I wish people that see me see themselves in me, and hopefully want to go after their dreams as well.
I love that. And this question is kind of like both of you, just kind of like my last question. What advice would you give to aspiring actors who also want to be part of horror films? Is there any advices, tricks, or anything you want to tell them? Because I know it's not the same to maybe do comedy than doing horror. There's so many like darkness in it. Yeah. Is there any advices you want to give them or any feedback?
I think just like, don't be afraid to play.
Right.
It's a genre that allows you to have a lot of fun. And even though it seems like it's super serious and scary because you're scared and running or being chased and screaming, it feels very dramatic and serious, but in actuality, it's super fun to do that. So yeah, just like, don't be afraid to go for it. I mean, Alisha was like really going for it in every take, and you can see how amazing her performance is. So
where's your inspiration coming from? What do you have to tell to other kids that also, young teenagers, that they also want to start acting, and especially horror? Is there anything you want to tell us about that?
Well, my inspiration came from my two older sisters, and I always wanted to be like them, and I always wanted to do what they were doing all the time ever since I was young. But I think my advice would just to keep going and never give up. And if it's what you love to do and if it's what makes you happy, then never give up and just keep doing what makes you happy.
I love that. I love it so much. And I know the audience wants to know this one last thing. What was the hardest dance move for you to either learn or do in the scene?
I think the hardest dance move that I had to learn to do was the spins on point. Once I got used to being on point, then the spins, because you have to go on one leg and on top, getting the balance and not falling over and spotting as well, that was probably the hardest for me to get used to. And I kept practicing, and I was going home, and I just kept practicing until I could do it.
Are you still practicing ballet? Did you find like love in it?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I'd like to keep it up.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. You have to watch the movie, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so honored to be next to such young, fresh, talented women. Thank you for your time. And thank you for giving us such a new version of this vampire horror movie, which was bloody, but very, very, very interesting and with a touch of comedy. You can't miss that movie. You have to watch it. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, ladies. Thank you.
This is just a game to her.
What can I say? I like playing with